this is Drifters, and I am Hikaru, the DM who is never prepared.
Ever.
And these are my players.
Hi, I'm Zayo. I play Savor, our Zabrak pilot, weapon specialist, and professional coward.
Hello, I'm Sho. I play Rasan, our Togrutan slicer and former neat. Excuse me while I die.
Okay. I'm Garbreak 1. I play Princess Xavia Torktailstar, rightfully of the Throne of Lost Garden. And wherever I'm in character, I sound like this.
I'm Gassian. I play Dodgy, a Iron Knight who's basically a robot Jedi.
And that's all.
And that's all! Cause, yes, sorry,
Sorry for hitting the button too early, Karu.
That's fine. Alright, so last we left off, you guys were in your base, safe and sound. And Gabby was probably sent to the med room. And yes, you guys were deciding what to do next. If I'm not mistaken, one of the things that kind of got left to the side when we were finishing up the session was Rasan had approached Trio asking about droid bodies.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
He asks you why you want droid bodies?
Well, I'm kind of curious to see what Savor and I can do with them. Making droids. I mean, it's definitely not something I've ever done before, but the programming interests me.
Hmm.
Plus, we need another droid to kind of help us on ship.
I see. 2 astromechs is not enough?
We were thinking something that had arms and legs. Just in case.
I would not recommend B1s. They tend to be a bit stupid.
Yeah. I'd probably would have to completely redesign their AI from the ground up, which would take us a long time.
I think the main problem is that their mainframe is a bit weak to accept more programming. But if you are interested in, I suppose I could show you our garage.
Okay.
I think the personality is a side effect of bad.
Of how, yeah, bad programming and weak mainframe.
He takes you to a room in the back, and it's filled with droid parts.
Oh.
B1s, B2s, droideka parts. Some commando parts, droid commandos.
Wait,
yeah,
commandos?
It's basically the boneyard.
Ooh.
But yeah, everything is either partially destroyed or like there's a leg over here and an arm over here, and
could I find enough that we could make a full droid commando, perhaps?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. 1 second. Let me actually get to it. Ooh. I'm distracted by all the parts, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is everything in here seems like it would take a while to assemble.
Mm-hmm.
Given a couple of months, you could probably do that.
Yeah, but we really don't have...
You guys have a couple of days.
Yep.
There is, however, something that catches your eye near the corner.
Oh?
It looks like a circular disc with like one ocular.
Oh, yep, I am heading towards it. Does it look mostly intact?
It's hard to tell because when they're
I'm gonna boot the snoot.
This little pit droid just comes to life. It's like, hello, how can I help you?
Oh, you are perfect. And I boop the snoot again. This will do for now. We'll probably have to come back and see what we can actually assemble when we have more time.
All right. Well, as long as I don't have to listen to that peppy
Oh,
droid.
don't you worry. Oh, don't you worry. And like I said, I'm probably going to be working on a bit of its programming anyway. And
It took
trying
like
not.
4 B1s to boop it so it would shut up in the first place.
Yeah, well, B1s are not very dexterous. Alright, now I'm just gonna have this little collapsed pit droid kind of gathered up in my arms, and I'm not gonna boop the snoot.
Okay.
This is awesome. Okay. Coming back to probably Savor.
Who was last we left them talking to Dodgy in her workshop on the Crimson
Oh.
Phoenix.
It's not sentient, mostly. I mean, to
Well,
be
at
fair,
least Rita won't be pissy anymore about it being astromech.
Implying Rita won't be pissy. Rita will be pissy about everything. So
Don't
that's
worry. When we have time, we'll actually build you an awesome body.
for monsters.
So, hey Savor, I might
What?
have found a temporary fix for our current issue.
Oh, what'd you find?
And I'm gonna present the pit droid to her still collapsed.
Huh.
Completely functional. The programming even works if we needed it to.
That is actually probably the best bet we have on short notice. And
For
Savor
now.
kind of turns to look at Dodgy. What do you think?
Oh, I could hear it. I can hear it already.
As?
Dodgy looks at it and says, "It's a bit small. What is it?"
Has hands and legs.
I suppose that's true.
Yep. And it's only a temporary fix. There's actually a complete garage of droid parts that we could look through when we have time.
Oh, so we could actually custom build something.
Uh-huh. There were a lot of parts, including for some droid commandos and a couple other things that might look really promising. But unfortunately, we don't have the time needed to completely do it. But
Do you
after
think this will work for now, Dodgy, then?
Should.
Just temporarily?
Should. Have to figure out what the reach is like, but
Well, I mean, they tend to be a normal standard size. Oh my god, Garm, that's awful.
Yeah, no, we're not going to
So Karu, how long, I can't remember, how long does it take to move?
Mostly I think it's just pulling out the central core of the pit droid and placing Dodgy's crystal in there. So
Okay, so can I save that core and put it back in this droid later?
you probably could, yeah.
Okay. So
we do
yes,
the-
I can save the
The pit
Droid
droid's
for later,
personality.
I mean, it'd be nice to have another little mechanic.
Save the core of the astromech as well.
I thought we did.
probably.
This is
Or-
Savor we're
yes.
talking about. Do you really think that we didn't?
Do you really think she's gonna waste anything?
Or please make us roll to see if we get it right when we put them back in.
why
End
do
up
you
with a
hate
really,
us?
really peppy astromech.
Oh god, Rita would totally just like
Oh god.
I hate
short it out
this.
and
Okay, so you ready to do this, Dodgy? It'll take a little while, but I am in my workshop, so best time to get this done.
It'll be fast compared to how long I've waited.
Fair enough. You're a little fucked up. You realize that, right?
I think. Yes.
Okay. So I guess the
Mechanics
first.
check?
Yeah. How many am I gonna have to make for this, anyways? Just one?
Yeah, we'll just do one.
Okay. Plus
Can-
2 because I'm in my workshop.
Can I aid?
Sure.
Because I'm trained in mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let me. And it's a 10 check, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a plus 13.
So you get the aid.
Okay. So
All right.
Wow, that was low.
It takes you about an hour to carefully uninstall the central processor on the pit droid. Luckily, it is off, so it can't really say anything about this.
yeah.
I made sure to boop the
Poor
snoot
guy.
to make sure it wouldn't.
And Savora is going to leave it somewhere safe in her workshop so she can put it back in later.
And you put the
ahead.
crystal inside, and
You want to boop
once
the
you-
snoot?
close everything up.
As soon as she's done, I'm gonna boop the snoot.
And the droid comes to life. Now under the control of Dodgy's crystal.
And he can talk now.
Well, I'm shorter than I expected.
Yeah, sorry.
Can we lock that power button? I don't want to be.
Booped in
Ac-
combat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Karu, can I do that?
Sure. Give me another mechanics check.
Okay.
We should make it so if somebody tries to boop the snoot, they get zapped instead.
God fucking damn it. My
Wow.
rolls tonight suck, guys.
Let's get them all out now. I should have said I was aiding, but I
Do
didn't.
I accidentally boop him while I'm working on this?
Well, you kind of have to like stop the droid from moving and get into his internals. All right. You kind of put a secure thing on it. More than just like locking it down because you're doing a mechanical thing, you kind of program it so that instead of just a boop, you have to like twist the thing and then push it in.
Oh,
Okay.
that's clever.
So it's harder to do in combat.
Okay, sweet. And third thing, can I put the astromech back together properly?
Sure, give me another mechanics check.
I'm
Okay.
aiding.
Please, for the love of God, let me roll better.
Please get them the wrong way around. Please get the personality course the wrong way around.
No,
Damn
fuck
it.
that.
There's the Savor I know.
Yeah, there's the
She's
Savor I know,
not used to working with
pit
weird
droids.
crystals.
Yeah, it's honestly the weird crystal. And I will also point out she has slept like 4 hours in the last 2 days.
Would that make her have disadvantage on the rolls?
She
She
meditated.
Oh,
yeah,
never
you guys
mind.
meditated on the way here. I
Never
think.
mind. Right. So
Yeah,
I'm actually-
it's more, remember, she was basically conscious, constantly getting all the ships up and running.
true.
All right, so you now have a astromech who has some strong words about where am I? What did you do to me? What just happened?
Savor will explain everything except the crystal stuff. Basically, he was damaged. We had to bring him back here. He's okay now. Welcome to our base. At least you're not stuck on a destroyed ship.
Why are there B1s out there patrolling?
It's been 4 years since you were last activated,
5.
buddy. 5.
At the very least 5.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Things have changed a lot.
These guys are all our allies.
So, what's your designation?
This one would be an R3 unit. Any suggestions?
Hmm. I don't know.
Actually, no, it would be an R2.
R2, yeah.
Yeah, it would be an
Rito
R2.
mentioned it earlier that he was an R2. What do you guys think? We need something that we can make into a fun name
Yeah, which is the hard part.
with 2, yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna suggest R3GA, but he's a R. We'll come back to this later.
Yeah. He gives his designation. We'll figure out a name later for him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a peculiar color scheme at all? You could just call him, like...
He would have probably been one of the either blue ones or green one. Blue, green, or yellow, honestly. He was from a clone ship, so...
Okay. I have no further useful information, except to state that there was a canonical R2 unit known as Vape.
That is awful.
I kind of want to name him Vape.
No.
No.
Yeah, I know it's awful. I know it's awful.
God, it had a beer dispenser built into it.
Oh God.
I mean, maybe he's R242.
I mean, sure, why not?
I mean, I have a feeling this guy will mostly be at the base or helping the other ships we got, so.
R242 it is.
Yep.
Probably called 42.
Yep.
Because there's already an R2 out there.
Yeah. Good, problem solved.
Okay.
And
So at
Dodgy
least
has
the
a new
guy's fine.
body.
Yeah.
With similar stats to his old one.
Don't worry, guys. We'll make you a cooler body when we actually have time to build it.
AKA once we go back into hiding.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Dodgy now has a body with hands. What do we do now?
Well, how many days do we have left before?
Well, we don't even know where to intercept the eye still.
True. I mean, well, we could contact our other peeps.
Well, you.
Just to let them know.
The one you got the info about the ship about, were they looking into the eye?
They were. By the way, balance sheet.
Right, balance sheet. Have you gotten a response yet?
Karu, have I?
Have you checked your...
I'm gonna.
You are on the ship.
Yep.
You check and you do have a notice saying that he has information for you and to contact him on a secure channel.
Okay. I'm gonna do that then. I can use the ship's stats though because I'm on the ship, yes.
Yep.
Also, would it be the Fire Spray or the Crimson Phoenix?
Savor's workshop is on the Phoenix.
Then the Phoenix it is.
Okay.
Let me get that and pray that I don't roll a goddamn 2. Twice. 1, 2. That's
Okay.
better.
All right. So you contact him. He answers pretty soon after you hail him. How did your scavenging go?
Better than expected, although there were complications.
Aren't there always?
Yeah, well, bioweapons are always pretty scary, especially ones that turn people into zombies.
Zombies?
Well, plant zombies.
Interesting.
There's also probably more back at that ship that can be scavenged when we don't have a crisis, so...
So you are happy with your investment?
Oh, I am. I never said I wouldn't be.
Good. Are you ready to make another one?
Oh.
I do have
Perhaps.
information for you,
Mm-hmm.
but it
Yes.
will cost you another 10k credits.
If you give me a moment, I'll go and grab them.
Very
Then I'm
well.
gonna put them on hold and go find Tess.
Do. I assume
Hey,
that's her
Tess.
hold music.
You find Tess in the med bay.
Gabby's probably still
Yeah.
unconscious, right?
Yep, probably.
She's probably in a one of the. Remember, you guys had access to a tank of Bacta here,
Bacta.
so
Right. Yeah, Tess is probably standing by the tank, looking concerned and whispering something in a language you don't recognize. He looks a little bit startled as you enter. Oh, hey, Rasan. What's up?
Hey, so I got back in contact with Balance Sheet, and he said he's got information for us about the eye. However, it's another investment. If you get my meaning.
Well, his information does always seem to be good, and he hasn't screwed us yet, to my genuine surprise.
Mine too. But it's stuff that we desperately need.
Alright. Well, how much is it?
Same as last time, 10k.
Tess visibly winces.
Yeah, Rasan is like, eh.
Alright, well, any weird spider thing hasn't let us down yet. He can have it.
Thanks. I will let you know what I find out.
If he screws us over, we're hunting him down to kill him.
Yep. But naturally, we're not going to tell him that.
Oh, of course. He already knows.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of an unspoken rule in that line of business.
Yeah. I'm going to come with you. I want to hear this myself, though.
Okay.
Tess will head back with Rasan. You're just like, stop for a second and look back at Gabby's body in the tank before leaving.
all right, you guys come back.
Mm-hmm.
Balance Sheet kind of nods as he sees Tess. So you're the one providing the money?
As always.
Yes.
Hmm.
As much as this boy here is supposedly in my line of business, he hasn't been making much money lately, has he?
I've had other things that took priority.
Yes.
He has a patron, and that's surely good enough.
Very well. He waits till the credits are basically sent to the anonymous bank account in Space Switzerland.
Wow.
Okay. That done. I have good news and I have bad news.
Bad news first. I hate to end things on a down note.
Bad news is the Empire is getting a bit tired of people stealing their information about top secret projects while they are en route, and are using physical drops. Therefore, finding information about the hyperspace routes and the timings of the eye is impossible to do as a remote. However, I have managed to find out which droid has the physical information in its shell and where that droid is going to be
Oh.
tomorrow.
Oh?
The Imperial shuttle will have to stop to refuel at a public transport station. They will be sitting in the dock for about an hour while it refuels. And the droid will be picking up information from the Imperial station on board. So he will not be on the shuttle itself, but will have to leave it to obtain that information. that is your chance.
Mm-hmm.
Might I point out, however, that you must be very careful on how you obtain the information on this droid, because if the Empire finds out that you have obtained that information, they will change routes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you have any information on what kind of a droid it is?
It is an R4 unit. It has 2 droid protectors of a prototype that is linked to the AI of Palpatine project. Therefore, there is no record of them.
Interesting.
It might be your chance to see what you might be up against when you board the Eye, if that is what you plan to do.
If we could recover one of those droids too.
Tess is going to give Rasan a, like, really look.
Yeah, I know. Maybe later.
Well, he gives you the location of the station and the times that it will the shuttle's arrival and departure, so you guys know that.
Cool.
Pleasure doing business with you, balance sheet. You had a
As
lot for me.
always.
I will indeed. And he ends the call.
Mm-hmm.
We're not stealing one of the droids, just so we are absolutely clear on that, Rasan.
Oh, I know.
Okay, just
That.
making sure. So we fry them with ion grenades and then take the stuff and then they recover a while later? That's the plan?
Yep.
Alright. Sounds easy enough.
We can't steal one of the droids. We can't let them know that we did the thing. We can't let them know that we...
If they're the prototypes, we can steal one from the Eye of Palpatine as long as we actually can get a chance to without,
Yeah,
having to
we
run
just-
for our lives.
We just
See?
can't steal one from these.
We can't just steal one of those, but it's a good way to window shop.
Yeah. Yes, no.
Are you gonna tell the other people in the party about this discussion you just had?
All
No.
but the prototype droids that we're totally not stealing.
We're not stealing them!
I said, I know we're not.
You're not gonna tell us about the 2 droids we're possibly
well,
encountering?
okay.
You fucking
Fine.
idiot.
Okay, I think we may want to let Tess brief everybody. Rasan can be a bit distracted.
Okay, Tess.
Alright, so Tess is going
what's
to,
the
like,
news?
herd everybody into a room.
So, good news and bad news. What would you like to hear first?
Good news. Fuck it.
Always the good news.
Okay, good news. We know where we can get the information.
Okay, I kind of figured that considering, we are having this meeting, but okay, continue.
That's the only good news.
Yeah, I
Bad
figured.
news. Because of our meddling, they started using physical droid couriers to transmit information between ships, concerning top secret projects like, the one we're trying to blow up. We do know where that is. It's going to be stopping at a station to recover some information, and, also refuel for an hour or so tomorrow. So that's I guess, middle of the road news. Bad news is, it's started by some kind of prototype droids, which we can't steal. Because if we
duh.
do, they'll know that we're onto them, and the information we get will be useless.
Mhm.
That's pretty much it. Don, did I forget anything?
So how are you planning on
Ion
taking
grenades?
this data with... you think they're not going to notice being knocked out by iron grenades? Have none of you... Of course none of you have.
Not if we have protocols and stuff for their information. I mean, yeah, they have time logs and all
So,
that, but
I know none of you are droids, but it's kind of noticeable when you're walking along and then suddenly you're rebooting and you've lost like 14 hours and are needing to be repolarized.
what
This
would
is
you
just going-
suggest then?
Tess is just going to look around for a minute, look at the pit droid, go,
Who is this?
Oh, this is Dodgy.
This is Dodgy.
Oh, right, Crystal. Yes, okay.
Yeah, no, we found a body with hands.
I mean, it's not like I have a better plan. Droids are
Mm.
very good at noticing things. That's kind of the whole point of making this a droid, not a person. A person could drop the damn data. Droids don't really forget about that kind of thing.
What if the droid wasn't the only thing targeted? What if it was an area thing, a disturbance that
Now we're talking.
doesn't specifically seem to target them? I
So
mean,
cause
where's the
you-
location
yeah, sure.
at? Where exactly are the fueling up? Is there any local resistance, or not really resistance, trouble that could possibly be blamed instead of us?
I
Or
see what you're
anything
getting at.
or anything
Yeah.
valuable enough that it could look like that was what the target was instead of what we actually are targeting.
Yeah, and
Agent
if, say,
decoy
during
heist.
crossfire, the droid gets damaged,
Oops.
but, ooh, no, the information's fine. We got the information. It just got caught in the crossfire. There's something else to blame for it.
That's a good plan.
That's how I would do that. It's a good way to do it.
But where exactly are they refueling? Because we need to know about that. And it's probably best if we get there at least a few hours before them,
Yeah.
because they're going to take notice of any ships that show up after them. But if we're there before then you don't have to worry as much.
Yeah, Car, where is the station?
Yeah.
It is a public station. It's about 6 hours hyperspace jump away from you guys. It is a pretty like well-traveled refueling station in the middle of a hyperspace lane. So there's a lot of like foot traffic, civilians of all types. These
But-
things usually have like a small office of Imperial soldiers, but that's pretty much it.
Okay. Rasan,
hmm
we are going to have to use the fire spray, but considering where we were not long ago, do you think you could change the fire spray's information so they can't possibly cross-reference we were in those two locations?
Definitely.
Would there be holding cells there?
Yes.
Ooh.
Is there anything else
Are you
of
gonna say
interest?
Hmm.
Mm,
Any people who
like
could have been
what?
broken out?
Museum. Is there a museum?
I don't think there's a museum.
Okay. No public. Bank. No. Fuck.
Besides.
It is a refueling station, so there's like lots of mechanics. There's a lot of cargo coming in and out.
And
Fuel is also expensive.
Yeah, there's probably going to be a cantina.
Okay. So, I'm just gonna do this out of character, so I don't have to fiddle with the voice changer the entire time.
Okay.
But we have two options, as far as I can see it, given the information that we have. Yes, one is prison break. One is we break somebody that we do not know and have never seen before in our goddamn lives out of prison, and use that as the excuse, as like the obvious reason that a bunch of the station just got emptied. The other is we steal a shit ton of fuel while we're at it, and use that as
Okay.
the reason that the station got emptied.
First of all, EMP, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to have Tess stop talking if that's what we're gonna call it this whole time.
Yeah.
I can totally see. Well, it's called different in.
It's
game,
ion
Yeah.
damage, yeah, or like ion struck or whatever.
Well, the thing is, we know the location. Hey, Rasan, there's a prison. Do you think you could possibly find information of who's in there and who could cause the biggest ruckus for us? If we get there, say, 4 or 5 hours before them?
Sure.
Because
You
I
need to
mean,
say-
if you're gonna break someone out, you want someone who's gonna make a really big ruckus.
It doesn't really matter who, honestly. If we get them,
to be
take them
fair-
out, and that provides cover for all of the damage that we're doing to the station at the time. Maybe we get ourselves a recruit. Maybe we just like throw them on Tatooine or something. You live here now.
Hmm.
They end up
I
in the
mean-
background of the first scenes of New Hope.
Although I would suggest not breaking out somebody, say, from the Black Sun, so we're going to need to at least do that much research into them.
Why not?
Do
Really?
you have
That
a
seems like-
history?
Rasan's going to look deliberately at Savor for a second.
I would suggest
Maybe.
exactly the opposite. If somebody
Okay,
in
I
there,
obviously missed something. What are you talking about?
Black Sun,
Oh,
whether or not we break somebody from the Black Sun out, if they're there.
okay. I'm going to point out there is one person in the Black Sun who hates me, and he's not in jail. If he was, I would be celebrating right now. Like,
and if we break somebody out from the Black Sun, we turn them over back to the Black Sun and remind them that they owe us for this. Pretend that we did this as a favor to them rather than
But
what we're actually
you-
doing.
Do you
I
actually
will
think
point
the
out if
Black
you-
Sun would care that much, unless it was
Depends who it
somebody like
is.
super high up.
depends who it is, but I mean, really, one thing about Black Sun is if you do good business with them, they're good business partners.
Well, whatever. Karu,
But
could I-
honestly, if you show me a list of who's there, I can at least tell you possibly some of them because I've worked with more criminals than just Black Sun. I've also had connections with the Huts and honestly just small time criminals too. I got a lot of business done in especially during the Cold Wars. But anyways,
Yeah, my particular interest here is political prisoners. But sorry, Sho, what were you saying?
I was just going to ask Karu if I could try and find a list of the people being held in the cells there, and if there's anybody of interest either being held or being transported.
That's the kind of information you'd have to be on the station to get.
Yes. Yeah, I figured, but I had to give it a shot.
It's
So,
it's not information that they're going to be sharing outside of the station,
yes,
so
clearly.
why bother?
So Rasan is gonna turn to Sephora and be like, "Well, that's one of those have to be there kind of things, and
Oh,
very
yeah, I-
likely kind of have to be in the cell, like near enough to the cells.
oh, I kind of
So-
figured, but
I mean, maybe
Um,
if we get there soon enough, we might be able to do a little bit of scouting around. But
I did suggest like 4 or 5 hours at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
The other thing is, okay, we say we let the criminal out, okay. What then?
Depends who it is.
Yeah.
If there's some random
Yeah.
scumbag, we'd probably just scored ourselves a new recruit.
Okay, yeah, but the thing is, fine, we let a criminal out. Do you really think that? Do we think the droid's gonna come off their ship? Is the thing?
we have to time it.
Yeah.
But is the droid gonna come off the ship?
The droid has to leave the
droid
ship to go to
has
the
to.
Imperial outpost.
Uh huh.
Okay, yeah.
We'll have to time our strike for when it is en route, and just happen to have our breakout party come across them in transit. And by happen, I mean deliberately plan.
Yep.
Okay.
Do we have any eye on weaponry?
As you ask that, again,
Probably a ton.
yeah. If you're saying that in character, Rasan is going to again look at Savor.
Let's see, I have that. I think we have some other stuff in the handouts.
Okay, good. Well, let's get moving then.
I mean, we also might be able to get at least some ion stuff here. But I thought there was more shit we had in.
Also,
I'm just imagining Savor going through her bag right now.
Okay,
What?
I do know positive she has an ion pistol. I don't know what else ion weapon she has.
Savor, come here a second.
What?
And Rasan is gonna sigh. He's gonna hand out one of his spare data pads and be like, "Keep an inventory, please."
Yeah.
Also,
probably.
out of character, would would emping them destroy the information that they have, or
It basically shuts them down.
nice?
It is not even an EMP, and even if it was an EMP, that's not an M.
Garm does that on purpose.
I
he
know,
does.
and I'm telling him it's
Troll.
incredibly annoying, and I would like him to stop.
Sorry, guys, I'll stop. It's only funny to bug Zio. I'll just load another clip of ammunition into my
It's-
blaster, and we'll be on our way.
It's the equivalent of stunning a human, so
Okay.
no. You don't lose you don't get brain damage just because someone stuns you.
Well, unless
well,
somebody
it-
stuns you a lot and how they stun you.
or if you have a
I
heart
think in
condition.
Star Wars,
I'm
you're
talking
Star Wars, you're
about
good.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about stun guns, Garm. Not
Yeah.
knocking someone out with brute
Yes.
force.
That's what I
You
mean.
monster.
fine. Okay, so Karu, what are the chances of there being some ion weapons in this base?
Very little.
Very little.
I know.
It's filled with droids. It was
It's
manned
filled
by
with droids.
droids.
It was
Let's
manned by-
let's
yep.
just put some ion bombs here so that the Jedi will inevitably come can destroy us better. Nah,
Yeah, well,
they
unfortunately,
were
we
dumb,
have-
but not that dumb.
I will point out we have never acquired any ion grenades or bombs or anything like that, because if we did, I'd have it programmed by now. So no, we have never actually gotten a hold of one of those.
Hmm.
The only ion related weapon we have ever gotten is a pistol.
Please wipe some stuff
Because
from
if-
the bone. Sorry.
Because if we
Go
had
ahead.
anything else, I would have it programmed on my sheet.
Can we swipe some stuff from the boneyard and makeshift some ion weaponry on the way?
That seems kind of dodgy.
No. Gazzy is dodgy, Karu.
How exactly would you use droid parts to make a ion
no.
cannon?
They have power packs. We just-
Sure.
That's not.
That's like saying I've got the battery. Can I make the toy?
Yeah.
It would take us a lot longer than we have at any
Alright,
rate.
alright.
I
It
might
would
be good
probab-
at mechanics. I'm not that good.
It would probably be easier to actually pass by a some place where you could buy that.
You mean like where we were a while ago, where there was black market
that's-
shit we could buy?
That's
Ah.
gone now, isn't it?
Well, that
We
thing
don't ha-
moves.
We don't have the time.
No, not that. There was oh god, what planet did we end up on? But there was
Again,
a
we
market there
don't
that
have-
sold shit.
We don't have the
Oh,
time.
yeah, that's in the other direction.
Okay, damn it. Well, we
We'll
don't
just
have a
have to-
map. I don't know which. Wait,
Could you mod the ion
Um,
pistol to be a little bit more powerful along the way? Perhaps?
I could make it do one more point of damage or be more accurate. That's it.
Hmm.
I can't like up its dice amount or anything like
Alright.
that.
We only
Yeah.
need to actually stun the astromech. The other two, we can do whatever the hell we want to them. So,
As long as there's enough of a commotion to make it seem like it was more than just us doing that.
yeah. Well,
The
to
only
make it
thing
seem
I'll
like they weren't the
point out-
target.
I will point out one thing. Mattering on what, like, I don't think most criminals are going to have vibroblades tests. So if you cut into one of these droids with the vibroblade, you're kind of known for that thing by this point.
I don't
That's
think that's true.
Actually,
but-
no.
Oh, yeah.
a lot of criminals have vibroblades. However, they
One
may
that
not
just
have
got out
electro.
of prison?
Well, if we're organizing a jailbreak, we're bringing in weapons from the outside anyways.
Yep.
So bringing in a vibroblade is not that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just
all
have
you
to
have to
not
do is-
use-
Make
use the
sure a
electro
criminal
function.
has a vibroblade then.
Yeah.
There you go.
So,
Because if they get arrested again, they need to know what weapons
mhm.
they
Are
have.
we just breaking out one, or are we breaking out all?
Again,
Ah.
it depends on what's there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
If
Honestly,
there's a
if
high
they're all small time, let them all out.
Yep.
Mhm.
And if there's somebody high profile, we go for that one. And maybe let the others out as a distraction. But
Yep.
Okay, next thing. We need to be able to disguise ourselves. All of us.
I mean,
okay. So it's what, 6 hours of travel we said. We
Yes.
want to get there 4 hours prior, so we have what, 12 hours to spare? Is that enough time to stop at another station and pick up some more clothes?
I'd say you guys have, because you guys have been recruiting and shit, you probably do have access to clothes at your base by now.
Cool.
And to be fair, you might have gotten your hands on some equipment as well.
All right.
You're still gonna have to like cover it in terms of paying, but I would say that you could feasibly have one or two ion things that you have bought beforehand
Mhm.
or acquired somehow. Not too much.
Are
Yes?
there would there be time to buy a civilian droid chassis for the jailbreak? Because a pit droid stands out like a sore thumb on an Imperial ship.
It's not an Imperial ship. It's a
It's
refueling
a
station on
public-
the
It's basically a
Fremen.
gas
Oh,
station.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought
it's
we
more
were
like a
actually
gas
breaking
station.
onto the ship
No.
to do
No.
this, and I was
No.
very confused.
No,
It's just
sorry.
a shuttle.
Okay, never mind then. Carry on.
So you said at least some ion shit we'd probably be able to get a hold of. We just have to pay for it.
Yeah, we'll say that like as part of, creating the resistance, you've gotten your hands on some stuff.
So is it fair to say I would be able to have like 2 ion grenades? They're $250 cost each. I'm looking at it right now.
I can pay for that.
Sure.
I mean, if that's the case.
I mean, I
then
can pay for that. No issue, Garm.
You
That's
might
fine.
also have like a crate of like ion
Junk.
grenades.
That's
that
what
a
I just
thing?
said. Ion grenade.
Okay, sorry. I was
There's ion
Doing
rifle,
2 things.
ion grenades, and ion pistols. At least in the core rulebook.
How
Page
much? are
134
ion-
and 135.
Sorry, Joe, what'd you say?
How much are ion pistols?
Ion pistols are $250 as well.
Done.
155, you said?
Wow,
134 and 135 are the pages.
One.
I was already looking up this shit while we were talking.
Okay, so ion pistols, you might have a couple of ion pistols. I'd say at most one rifle.
I can't use
Can-
rifles anyway,
yeah.
so I'm just gonna go with the pistol.
Yeah, and you guys don't have, because the problem with the rifles is that they're restricted, so it would have been harder to get your hands on them.
Mhm.
Ion grenades, you would have also had to get your hands on them, so you probably have at most 4.
Okay.
Alright,
So
I'll
why don't we take
500
2
off.
and leave 2 here? In case we need backup ones later? Because we still have to take on the eye.
Yeah, because this is basically you guys been preparing for the eye,
Mhm.
so
Yeah. Alright.
So I'm sorry. What pages did you say they were on, Zio?
135 for the
Okay.
pistol.
Cool.
I know I should probably get something for Dodgy, but I can't see him carrying an ion weapon as a droid.
Yeah, can you imagine if a meat being carried a normal blaster pistol? Wait, hold on.
I mean, if you want Dodgy, I can give you a blaster pistol. I have quite a few of those.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Can't really get away with,
No.
the Force or my lightsaber.
That would be unwise. But yes.
Not unless you're literally killing all the witnesses and destroying all the
Is
cameras.
that an option?
No.
Not for this.
Not for this. We'd have to actually
And why
snuff out
do you
the
even
entire
phrase
station.
it like that? I
Yeah,
mean?
seriously. Creepy.
Because I'm weird like that.
you can use the Force if you kill everyone. Can I kill everyone? No.
No.
So what you're saying is I can't use the Force.
Yeah, don't use the Force.
Did it have to be an R4 unit?
Because
I know, canonically
Do you
they're
have
the
issues
courier
with
droids.
R4 unit?
Sorry?
Do you have issues with R4 units?
We have an R2 and an R3. We can't repaint them to look like an R4, send them in to get the data, and then extract them.
We can't do the Rebels.
Yes, we can't do what they do in every other episode of Rebels.
Oh, come on. In Rebels, they used a droid that didn't even look like the Imperial ones, and they got away with it.
That is
That's
fair.
true.
That is very fair.
You're telling me Chopper looks like an R4 unit?
No.
Not at all.
Didn't they
Man.
actually go like, huh, he's smaller than normal?
Yeah. Shit, of course we take Dodgy out of the fucking Astromech chassis right before this.
Dodgy is kind of just like looking around like you're giving me hands and telling me I can't use any of the things that I need hands to use.
Not yet. At some point, we will need you to do those things.
Poor Dodgy.
Can't believe our lack of foresight.
I
Your
can.
lack of foresight, excuse you.
Fair
I
point.
can.
Okay, so we have a plan?
Anybody have a better plan?
No.
Then, yes, we have a
Rasan,
plan.
please.
You do still have Rito, who is an actual level
True.
character.
That
True.
is true.
That's true.
We could totally use.
We would have to change his paint job, though.
Yeah.
Alright.
Rin.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Tessa's gonna find Rito, crouch down in front of him in the classic how to talk to short people way, and go,
Hey, Rito! And, do you want to help us infiltrate an Imperial facility?
Beep, 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 beep.
I don't know what that means, but we need to repaint you to look like an Imperial droid. Is that okay with you? Tamora, I don't think the droid likes that idea.
Rito, do you want to help us? We get to repaint you for a while. You can help with this shit. And then we can repaint you again after.
Do I get like an awesomer paint job after?
What's wrong with the paint job you had?
Well, you want to repaint Crimson Phoenix, right?
Yep.
To non-obvious paints job, yeah.
Well, I have to match my chip.
True enough.
But if we make your paint job awesome, then we'd have to make the Phoenix one awesome. But the
Exactly.
problem is the Phoenix sticks out too much.
I thought that was a good thing.
No.
No.
As you've discovered.
Yeah, we kind of need to lay low, particularly after this.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, we can give you an awesome paint job, but the Phoenix is going to have to have one that, doesn't immediately mark us.
How about we repaint the inside of the Phoenix?
All right.
awesome
What
as
do I have
possible.
to do?
Hey, Tess!
Yes?
You're the one who suggested Rito. What is your idea for Rito helping us?
Oh, right. Okay, so the plan is apparently that this droid is going to go into the Imperial outpost and retrieve some information, which will have the coordinates for where the exploding ship is going to be, and then we get that information, and then we'll have to repaint him and have him infiltrate the facility and get that information, and then come back to us.
Okay, but the problem is they're going to have a droid go get that information, leave. They're not going to receive the proper information, so they're going to know the information was taken by
You're
someone
right.
else.
Well,
Okay, double heist
That
plan.
droid
it is.
still has to get the information.
Right.
I mean, we could always time it so that it gets caught after it gets the information.
But then why do we need a second decoy droid? It's going to get the information, the breakout happens, it gets caught in the crossfire, we steal the information, we run away, it reboots thinking, oh, damn crossfire, blah, blah, blah. and goes back to the ship and delivers its message, which it thinks no one has seen.
Right, good point. Rito is
stops just sort of saying useless here.
Yeah.
Not particularly-
Like, you better not finish that.
not
Actually,
particularly helpful for that part of the plan, so double heist it is.
I mean, the other thing is Rito could be on the fire spray in case we have to make a quick getaway. Hopefully we won't need to because we want
will.
to not be noticed,
Oh,
but
we definitely will.
just in case, having someone who stays on the ship and has it ready to go at a moment's notice would be really nice.
Fair
So
point.
you do need me.
We
Yes,
do.
it would just be for a different job and you get to keep your current awesome paint.
All right, I'm in. What, you guys haven't used Rito in ages? He's
Yeah, we know.
Poor guy.
I feel bad, but
Okay, so I think the sooner we head out to the station, the better, because, I mean,
Yeah.
we want to be there soon enough that we can get all the information we need and know exactly our plan and time things properly.
yep.
Yeah, we should leave now.
Because it will take
Yeah.
us 6 hours to get there, anyways.
Yeah.
hmm
By the way, once we're in hyperspace, I really need to sleep a bit.
Yeah. You're looking a little bit
I'm tired.
yeah.
Dashi kind of like looks around and. Do none of you know how to trance?
We do, but
I did trance, but it's nice for a short period of time, but god damn it, I'd like to actually sleep.
I suppose that's fair.
But
not
yes,
everyone's a
we all-
droid.
We all know how to trance. We utilize it more often than we should probably, but I would like some actual sleep.
All right, so you guys ready?
Ready as we'll ever be.
Infallible plan is definitely going to work.
The double heist.
Okay.
Look, nobody else
so-
has a better plan, so we're going with Tessa's plan.
as we do.
All right.
We just have to remember we cannot let them know we have the information or we were there.
hmm
So we need to disguise ourselves.
Yep. Karu, I would totally like to dip into the disguises that I have to disguise my coloring and change my color.
Okay. What are you
And
changing
clothes.
to?
Well, the most common seems to be the pinkish.
Pinkish red.
Yeah, pinkish red.
All right.
Does Rasan have something that Spore could use to hide her tattoos?
Yes.
Okay, I've got some different paints that you
Sweet.
can use.
Because I like my tattoos. I don't regret getting them. At the same time, there's this small part of me that regrets them for how recognizable they are.
Yeah. Do you want
Is
to do
there-
something about your skin too?
No, I'm quite fine with red skin. I just don't want my tattoos to be this obvious.
There's such a thing as temporary hair dye in the Star Wars universe.
Probably.
You have any?
Mm,
I mean, I'd say that Rasan would, but he doesn't have hair.
yeah. Skin paints? He has lots
he has
of those.
by the bucket loads, and in every color you can think of, just about.
Hair
Um,
dyes, not
I
so
mean,
much.
Maybe he could do something.
Does any of our recruits dye their hair?
Yeah.
We could
maybe.
probably ask Elric, because he likely has to hide gray hairs by now.
He's gotten some gray hair since meeting us.
But no, you don't understand. Elric probably actually has gotten a lot of gray hair since he's met us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These guys are bad for
Then-
health.
Can Tess disguise herself as a Zabrak?
But
Huh?
That would take a bit of work.
No.
I
ooh,
mean,
ooh,
Just
hey.
hold on. Let me finish first. Just facial tattoos. Put a cloak on. No one's gonna notice lack of horn.
I mean, we could always just like shave
I
your
mean,
head,
you
and I've
could.
got skin tones that could make you into.
Aha, you're not shaving the head.
Bummer.
It does seem like the best way to disguise yourself.
It would be.
I mean, you do have red paint, so you could totally paint her.
Hey, there are actually enough near humans that are just different colors.
Yeah,
I
that is
mean,
true.
honestly, there are Zabraks with human-colored skin as well.
There are. I mean, putting on some like tattoos a la Zabrak, like the lines on
Yeah,
the face.
then a
Yeah.
quick glance, everyone will assume Zabrak.
Yeah.
The only issue
Yep.
you'll have is if you encounter a Zabrak who wants to speak to you in that language.
Oh,
I'm
why
sure
did
that'll
you
never
give her that
happen.
idea?
You haven't
Okay.
encountered any alien who has spoken that language, I'm going to point out.
Okay,
For now.
that's the plan then.
Okay.
All right.
I assume Sabor's gonna give her shifty glances the entire time.
Probably.
It's
Well,
that
for a
and
little bit.
Years.
But,
It's that
I
and
mean,
Miriam
are
and
you still
Tats.
dyeing your hair?
Do we have?
Do Zabraks
I mean-
have red hair normally?
It's a big
They-
universe.
They could technically.
They could dye
Wait.
their hair red.
And she'll be
Wait,
wearing the
and
cloak
on-
anyway.
Mhm.
True. Okay.
Is
I
there
mean, just
anything
as
we...
you guys are dyeing your stuff, like, yeah, it maybe not entirely common, but
Sorry, what were
Okay.
we saying, Show?
Is there any way that we could just kind of finagle dye that could wash out? I mean, it
I
couldn't
don't.
be that difficult.
I don't think we have the time.
Yeah.
I mean, we have 6 hours, but you know.
Yeah, but it's going to take a while to get our disguises to look right to begin with.
Yeah.
And you also have to change the
Yep.
fire sprays info.
Yep.
yeah, why don't you give me a check for that so I know what the
Okay. And I'll be using the Fire Sprays computer system.
mhm.
So let me just get to that. Just in case. Yeah, okay, good. First
Okay.
one was great.
All right. So, pretty freaking good.
Mm-hmm.
You have a 23 bonus.
The ship.
With the ship, it adds extra.
That's insane.
I'm
All
going
right.
to point out, Karu, I have a plus 20 when I have my workshop.
Yep. And I have a plus 18 normally in use computer.
Mm-hmm.
Skill focus.
You guys are terrifying.
Hey, I do
Alright.
the same thing with
Hey,
the
this
Force.
is our career.
Yeah, I know. You're just as terrifying with the Force. All right. So you guys prep everything. What would the disguises be?
Probably
Deception.
Deception. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Who's in charge of disguising you guys?
Probably Tess.
I'm just an ordinary droid. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, I think we can probably help each other with it, because doing your own makeup is probably a pain in the ass on disguises and shit like this.
Though to be fair with Rasan, he's probably done it often enough that it's
Yeah, we haven't.
Yeah, what's the worst deception like?
12.
same.
Okay, so Tess can aid you in disguising her if that's good by Karu.
Sure.
Great. I have a plus 11 to that roll, so I'm just not.
Okay. Please let me roll good. Okay.
Anybody going to aid Rasan? Even though technically he's... Oh, wow. Who the heck?
Oh,
Cool.
Karu's testing
I rolled.
You do not have to roll twice on your sheet anymore, Show. It does it automatically.
Cool.
Been meaning to do that for centuries.
Okay, I can aid Rasan.
Cool.
Okay.
I have
So
a plus 12, so
So I get a plus 2.
Wow.
Okay.
Exactly
that's
same
cool.
roll.
And the only one who still needs to do theirs is Savor.
You mean Tess? I thought that. Unless you were doing Tess's.
Yeah, she was doing tests.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you need
No,
any
she
help?
has to do her own. Yeah. I'll take some help.
Okay.
Sure.
You got my aid, and actually, do you want to have both? Because we can give you a +4.
Good.
Okay.
Not gonna roll for it because
Yeah.
I have a +12, so I don't need it. Oh my gosh!
Wow. And that was with a +4.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness.
All right. Let me just jot that down.
I mean, luckily, at least she's just trying to hide tattoos.
as opposed to making herself look like a different race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or completely changing all of her colors, like
And
Rasan
markings.
is.
And markings.
Yeah.
Yes. Like I said, he's used to it.
All right. So you guys, would you stop, Cat? You guys finish your disguises and take some time to rest on the way to the station. Hey guys, we're still drifters, and we're back from break. You guys have been on the ship, rested, fully healed up, and ready to do the heist. You make it to the station. It is a rather typical refueling station, small enough. It's got, some security on it. Lots of different folks. You dock your ship. You pay 50 creds for the docking fee.
Mm-hmm.
So glad we have someone rich to pay for us.
Right.
One thing about this group is we never know how much money each person has. Just basically at some point someone will say, "Oh, I pay for this one."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have absolutely nothing.
I mean, I used to be the rich one, and then our ship got almost destroyed.
That's fair.
I mean, you guys have a noble in the party. That's kind of their thing.
Yeah, but
Wow,
she
you-
got cut off from her allowance. So
Anyway,
The you're leaving Rito on the ship as your getaway pilot.
Yeah.
this is the way of our people.
Okay.
Are
And
we
he
gonna
can
leave-
keep a lookout for things on the ship as well.
did we leave Fortu with him? Like, did we bring Fortu? Or nah?
Probably not.
Okay.
All right. Can everyone see what?
Nope.
I'm on
We
the
appear to
space
be in
map.
space.
Yeah, we're on the map.
We are now in the corner of the map.
Yeah.
I have found the part of the map where the legend is. Can we use
Oh,
theirs on
man.
your outpost?
What?
You just ditched us off to the lower right side of the map.
Yes.
We're now looking at the legend.
What legend?
We're on the
The map.
space map right now.
The space
The
map.
galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
Shit. Okay, cool.
There we go.
The legend is just off the side of the Corellian lane.
There we go.
Okay, there we are.
Apparently, even if you're on a different map, it ping shifts you to the area of the map that you ping shift to before
Amazing.
changing the page.
Is that Groot?
That's what I was thinking.
No, that's just a lot of different aliens and, passengers. It's a space station. It's a public space station. There's a lot of people here.
Seems like everybody's rendered more cartoonishly than other places.
Wow.
Look,
Sorry, I'll stop giving you shit. Let's carry on. We appreciate
It's-
you, Karu.
it's one of the it's one of the pro token sets. It's called a space opera. So I figured it was the easiest way to put a bunch of aliens, since you guys keep complaining that it's always the same aliens.
Or humans.
He is Groot. Sorry.
Okay, so
So for the most part, you can at least figure out easily which ones will run and which ones will fight, if anything comes down to that.
I know Groot can go either way.
I mean, sure. Anyways, you're at the station.
Mhm.
You enter. This is probably the main area. There is two main doors going north to two different other hangars. There are rooms that are basically different, administrative things. One of which is guarded by two
Stormtroopers.
stormtroopers. So you're pretty sure that's probably the Imperial outpost room.
That the droid's gonna end up going to.
Maybe. Other than that, yeah. You.
Rasan.
We have to get to a place that I can access their files on their prisoners.
Yeah.
Karu, would I know approximately where I could access? Like, could I access it from just one of the computer hubs on here, or would it be in a closed circuit network?
You might be able to get in one of the computer hubs. You could probably jack into one of the public hubs to at least get a map of the station.
Cool.
I'm not gonna make you roll for that because that's an easy check. I mean,
Okay.
it's basically public information.
Mm-hmm.
So you figure out pretty quickly that if you want to get, it would have to be probably one of the security hubs. And there's basically two of those. One is the actual, jail sector, and one is behind this door.
Great. Rasan is going to look at the rest and be like, so, we can either just go into the jail sector and hope for the best, or we need to get over through that door over there so I can access. To be honest, if we tried to go through that door over there, we'd be drawing a lot more attention to ourselves.
Only if we act like we don't belong. How long would it take you to get in there?
Well, assuming that the computer hub is at least going to be neutral, if not hostile to outside influence, it could take a little while.
Okay, so too long to just act like we belong here and we're routine maintenance.
Especially if we're that close to those stormtroopers.
Well, we can try getting closer to the jail at least and see what we're dealing with.
So I have mind trick, but I don't know how to. I mean, we're like 20 feet away from these stormtroopers, and I don't want to say something out loud about tricking the stormtroopers. But I feel like that might have been something that's been mentioned in the past.
Also, I'm pretty sure Rasan would have given you an access code to one of his data pads that he has on him, so if you wanted to send it via text.
Okay, Dodgy text something about I can trick one of the stormtroopers and let us into the room if you need me to, but
that isn't
I don't
the
know
room
what's
we need
beyond
to go
the
into.
door.
How close are we to when this is all about to go down?
Yeah, like how much time do we have, Karu?
We wanted 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, you probably have 4 or 5 hours before it goes down.
Okay. Is there a cantina anywhere near the outpost?
Good point.
Yes, there is a small cantina.
That
for
was
which
through
I
the door
do
down
not
here?
have. I am a fool. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to
You
the
didn't
map.
have a cantina map prepped.
No, I do not have a cantina.
We don't.
You
We
do
don't.
not.
We don't need a cantina map. It's fine.
You do not need a cantina map.
We do not need a cantina
Probably
map.
the door down here probably leads to the cantina.
But we can go there and talk.
That's the best thing you've ever told me, Karu. How about we just wait until when the droid's supposed to pass through, and like when we see it leave, we start causing a ruckus, break prisoners out, and happen to catch the droid in
Something's
the
going on
crossfire.
outside my house. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But the thing is, we wanted to find out who was in the jail.
At this point, it's honestly just open the doors and see what happens.
Yeah,
but we can't risk blowing the secrecy of the operation for that. Like, if we just break out a bunch of random ruffians, it's not that much.
True, but how are we going to just open the doors?
For that, you'd still have to get into the
We'd still have to
security.
get into the jail sector or into the security hub. Well,
Yeah.
Could we do it remotely from up there? Or will we actually still have to be in the jail sector?
Again, you're either in the security part that I mentioned,
Hmm.
or in the jail.
Yeah. Since I at least was able to get a map, about how far away from here is the jail sector?
The jail sector is 2 floors down.
Okay.
The door on the very left, it leads to the lift. So it's a straight shot down, and then you go into the jail. It's basically the lowest level of the station.
Are there other things that we could
Question.
take that lift for, so that we wouldn't be immediately drawing suspicion if we go
Almost
that way?
certainly no. Sorry,
Yes.
If someone uses mind trick and it succeeds, after it wears off, do they realize they were mind tricked?
No.
Okay, well, we want to get into the security room.
I mean, yes, but it depends on what's going on.
okay,
Also, the
so-
security room is the one beside where they're protecting, not
yeah,
Not the one that they're protecting.
yeah,
They'd
but the
still- They'd still notice.
I
But
think
it will-
you could use a mind trick to be like, "Oh, we're supposed to be going in here," and they wouldn't really notice that because
because
there
they
Yeah.
don't
are
have any
people
reason
that are
to
supposed to go
question
in
it.
there. Yeah, you're
It's
just you're putting yourself on the list.
Yeah, it's
You're
until
not saying, "Oh, sorry."
Go ahead.
After you.
It's until they have a reason to doubt it, what they were
Pretty much,
kind of
yeah.
suggested.
So if what you suggest is something that makes sense to them, they're not going to doubt it.
yeah, so if while we go up and Rasan's working on it, Dodgy basically says something akin to, we need to go in for regular maintenance if we're questioned. It sounds reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
And then they really don't have a reason to question us if pretty quickly Rasan is able to use his abilities to get us in.
Yeah, it's all about what you're asking
Mm-hmm.
them to believe.
Yeah, if we're going in for maintenance and we have a pit droid, we have someone who knows computers, and I'm a mechanic, so. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
We'd still.
what do we do from there, though? Do we just, like, hang out down there for 5 hours?
Well, no, this
No,
is the
we
security
go
room.
in and
It's
come
just
back
right
out. Right.
here.
Okay.
It's just
Yeah.
right here, so we can go
Right.
and get the information. Here's a
Okay,
question: if we get in there, can Rasan basically put something in the system that he'd be able to access from, say, the cantina afterwards? So we wouldn't have to stay in there for a long period of time, but then we can basically wait in the cantina, and once we get closer to the time, he can
Mm-hmm.
Boop it.
release the prisoners. Basically, a remote access. Is that
Considering what he knows, yes.
Mm-hmm. And I probably have the tools to do so anyway.
Yeah, so we basically set up a remote access in the security room, then we go hang out in the cantina until closer to time.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives us time in the cantina to research all the people and know what we should do there.
Right. That sounds
Does
like a
that
plan.
make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Car, do we know if the Imperial ship's going to be anywhere near ours when it docks?
You came out the door that leads to your docking bay.
Right.
If you move forward, you will see that one of the hangars, the one at the top left, has a squad of stormtroopers that are also like
Guarding it.
guarding it.
Yeah.
So,
that's where they are going to be coming in from.
yeah.
Okay.
What?
How do we get access to the droid then? Because I was
It's
hoping
going-
to catch
Get
them
out of
like
the way.
yes, and make it look like we were just rushing our way back to our escape ship.
Do you want us to have a bit more chaos, like maybe a bug put into the system as well?
Something messing with the station internally.
Mm-hmm.
We could kill the lights. We might be able to manage it that way. Actually,
If I can touch the droid, which is risky, but if I can touch it, I should be able to pull the information out of it.
Wait, what?
Huh.
I'm not that confident in it, but Master
It's-
Elum used to do it back in the Arcanian War, and I think I've figured out the theory for it at least.
That is handy.
I didn't bring it up because I'd rather not if we don't have to. It's, like I said, risky.
Okay. I mean,
But I
it's-
mean, having a pit droid poke their R4 unit is less risky than having a bunch of us.
randos.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a possibility. You could try it. If it works, then we're good to go. If it doesn't work, we move on to
Ion
basically
cannoning.
Exactly. But a less
like a plan.
aggressive mode, especially since they don't know we have a pit droid with us at any point. So basically, try that first. If that doesn't work, we move on to our original plan of Ion attacking it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. So what are you doing?
Okay, so first we're going to go in as though we're maintaining the security terminal thingy up there.
Okay.
Rassam will rig it so he can get remote access. I'd say it would be more than just to the jail, but just basic things like turning off the lights and opening doors.
and
Okay.
also getting a list of prisoners.
Well, yeah, a list of the prisoners as well.
Yeah.
I will
then-
say,
Hmm?
having 3 people and a pit droid go in for maintenance might seem like a bit much.
That's
Does
fine.
Tess want to maybe keep a lookout at the cantina?
Yeah, Tess can hang out at the cantina.
Hmm.
And I believe our plan beyond that is after the droid comes out with the information, we try and have Dodgy bump into it, get the information. If that doesn't work, then we release a bunch of prisoners, turn off the lights, do things the hard way, and hope to get out before anybody really figures out what the hell just happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So who's going? How are you? Okay, you guys are approaching and just saying you're here for maintenance.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And if they want to question us more, Dodgy could try the mind trick thing. Basically, be like, yeah, we're just here for maintenance.
All right.
Yep.
So
Okay.
who's leading the maintenance team?
Slicer and the pit droid.
I was gonna say Slicer is a 16-year-old kid.
Who rolled a 32 in his deception to make him look different.
You're still a baby.
You're still a baby.
I'm short.
So I mean, Savor could go first, but basically move to have you open the door because
Well, if they
Right.
said, does this person look like they work there, or is that just another passenger?
Just looks like someone who's milling around.
Okay.
Probably just looking at their data pad, leaning
waiting
against
for
the wall.
refuel.
Yeah.
Mhm. So,
Yeah, the
fuck
guy
it,
in
you
front
go
of you
first.
probably is walking by, not just standing there staring at
Mhm.
you guys talk.
Yeah, I figured most of these people are probably rotating around.
Mm-hmm.
mhm,
Okay, so Rasan, Savor, and
dodgy.
Dodgy go towards the security room.
Hmm.
You get that door open for us, Rasan.
Wouldn't it make more sense to have the droid? I mean, we could just do an access code, but whatever.
Pressing buttons.
Hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you're gonna have to actually get us access.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, the door is locked by security code.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys were standing there long enough, you probably noticed someone just swipe a card to get in.
Yeah.
Wait, they don't use cards. They use like pens, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, a
Code
security
cylinders.
code
Yeah.
cylinder. There we go.
Well then, because we don't have those.
Yeah, well, I'm also dealing with an apprentice who lost his, so now he has to get in. Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
I
Little
appear to be an
fucker.
entirely normal pit droid. I'm just like
waiting.
beep bopping around.
You're used to
Okay.
playing a normal pit droid.
Rocking back on your
Well-
heels.
I was.
So, Crow, should I do a use computer to open it?
Well, that's my question. If you guys are playing the
Oh.
story of we lost our card, let us in, then you might want to just beep the, security
Mhm.
door and
Yeah, true.
talk to the person inside, or
Well,
you
then-
can slice the door in plain
Yeah.
view of everyone here.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. So I would recommend that somebody who's not a 16-year-old apprentice be the one to say that we're here for and if they're there for scheduled maintenance, would they have security clearance, or would they have to do that?
They would, well, if they're here for maintenance and they've lost their security clearance, they would have to go to the security room to get
Mm-hmm.
new clearance issued.
Yep.
Okay. Oh god, I hate doing this shit.
Well, you're the one who
Yeah.
looks like an adult.
Yeah. Savora is basically going to play this as here for maintenance, and my idiot apprentice decided to lose our access pen, and we need a new one.
Maintenance, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me a second. With what company are you?
I don't know any
Is now when I
I don't-
mind trick the security guard?
Mm-hmm.
You're behind the door, so I'm not.
Do you need
I
visual?
can feel
or...
him in the force, can't I? And we're
You
talking.
can. You can. Yeah.
Okay,
I'd probably just give him a bit. But yeah, go for it.
Okay, here we go. It's a
What?
25.
Oh,
25.
I was gonna say, could I have aided him in that, but
eh.
You can't really aid a mind
not
trick
really.
So that's 25 versus Will?
Versus Will,
versus
yeah.
Will. Okay. Where's the 6 coming from?
I can't roll less than 8 on use the force.
Oh.
And I
Cool.
can't code that into the skill roll for some reason. There's no if
Alright.
then, so
Yeah.
I'm forced to just say
Alright.
it every single time.
Cool. So what do you say?
I don't know any of the.
I don't know how to vocalize pit droid, but there's a long tirade of what amounts to confused babbling about how these humans are slowing down the job, and my friend is waiting for us to come back with the cards, but they are supposed to be the ones with the cards, and it's a long, involved story about a very bored pit droid who is going to start being an absolute pain in the ass.
All right. Just shut the droid up and
Okay.
the door opens.
Sephora just looks at him for a moment. It's like, you never stop talking, do you? And she walks in.
Her son is
Alright.
going as well and trying not to smile.
So there's no one in here, correct?
There is 2 people in there. It's just a tiny ass room, and I didn't really know you
Okay.
were going in there. So yeah, there's 2 people in there. One is just sitting at his computer doing computery stuff. The other one is the one that let you in.
Mhm.
And he's like looking at a data pad, going like, okay, so you said you were with CompuServe?
Correct.
Right. Okay. This is gonna take like 5 minutes to reissue this. What hangar bay are you supposed to be working in?
Dodgy stops from babbling away to the other person to like turn back and mentions the hangar bay that the stormtroopers are at.
Okay. Right. You're early. I thought you were supposed to be here.
Do you really think we want to be late and piss off someone?
That's true. We do have an Imperial courier passing through in a couple of hours. You might want to get your job done before that.
Yeah, I don't want to piss off anyone.
All right. And he turns around and starts, like, issuing another code cylinder. Are you guys just standing there?
Dodgy turns back and keeps babbling to whoever the other person in the room is. Just
Basically trying to keep noise.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, we've established that Dodgy doesn't stop talking.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
unless someone tells him to be quiet, he's just going to keep babbling around.
So, out of character, how are we gonna do this where Rasan sneaks into that other? Because we didn't actually plan that far.
Yeah, we never plan things far.
Mhm.
Fuck. How many? You can't even get onto a terminal while there's two people watching, can you?
Nope. I don't
Well,
suppose
one's
we have
distracted by Dodgy, and the other one has his back turned to
Okay,
you
that's
to
true.
issue. He said
So-
it was going to take 5 minutes to get the code
Okay,
cylinder.
cool.
So Savora will basically position in a way to just try and block Rasan at least a little, and just is listening to Dodgy not shut up.
Mhm. And then Rasan is going to get what info he can and slip in the.
As quickly and
Remote.
quietly as possible.
All right.
Basically.
Do we have a stealth, or is it all deception?
I think it's. Oh no, there is a stealth.
There is a
There's
stealth
stealth.
for staying
I
hidden.
actually have advantage on that. I can re-roll it. Stealthy.
All right. Give me a stealth check first to see how stealthy you are about, plugging into a computer in a room with two people.
One.
Is Dodgy
Let me do
helping
another.
with distraction?
I'm basically gonna minus their perception,
Okay.
and that was a 2,
Cool.
and that was a 2.
Cool.
God,
So they notice nothing.
Nice.
they notice nothing. And you jack into the system.
Nice. Use computer for it.
Uh huh.
Come on, dude.
That
Oh
was-
my god.
You rolled a 1 and a 6.
I did.
All right.
Dude.
I'm blowing a force point on that.
Wait,
Huh?
Oh wait. Oh, hold on. Go
Uh,
ahead.
no, yeah, do the force point thing. It's going to work better.
If it doesn't, we
sorry.
can still do your thing.
That's true, yeah.
Oh, it should be. Are we at the level that we can do 2d6 now?
Yes.
Okay, because it still has me at 1d6.
You have to change that manually, I think.
Yes.
How did I get? It didn't actually change
didn't
it.
roll-
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't.
Roll the second one.
There we go. So a 28.
All right. You're gonna need one more check to get past the system.
Okay.
Come on, dude.
All right. One more use computer.
Finally.
Better.
Okay.
All right, you're
16
into the
out of
system.
5.
Nice. Also, let me just make sure to mark off that force point. Okay, and now just pulling what info I can onto my datapad. Not looking at it right now. And
Okay, so you're getting like information from everything, or
jail.
just
well,
jail sector?
particularly from the jail sector. And then I
Okay.
want to try and put in a worm or whatever to allow me remote access.
Okay. Give me a check for the worm. The other part you don't really need a check for it.
Blowing a force point.
What?
No, actually.
I'm going to enlighten you.
Okay, what does that do?
I make a use the force check, and you take the result as your skill check.
Cool.
I'm a support character. I'm good at this. It's a 25.
Okay. 25.
I'm gonna
Right.
blow one more force point just because.
So 25 plus force. 31. That'll work. Probably.
Hopefully.
31. Okay. All right. So you don't know. This is just the, that's what how
He's gotta
good
be
your
quick.
worm is.
An alarm doesn't start going off, so
No,
That's-
an
that's
alarm
the
does
main
not
thing.
start going off. You put in your little virus and pull out. Oh, phrase. Just as the guy turns around to look at Savor and goes, "Does he ever shut up?"
No, I've actually gotten really good at tuning it out. But the thing is, if you don't let him talk, then he just gets really, really fidgety, and then you have to worry about him possibly knocking something
I
over.
do not get fidgety. I'm a pit droid. I am programmed to be extremely. Wait. That's not fidgeting. Touching things.
You see, I'd rather deal with the talking and just learn to tune it out.
Huh, you should get a new pit droid. And he hands you 2 cylinders.
I like the personality sometimes.
Well,
And thank
teach
you
the
for your
row.
time.
All right. Goodbye.
And then
And Savar's
scoot
gonna head out.
Dodgy like keeps talking until they get a few feet away, and then realizes that no one else is in the room, and like sort of hurries after.
Oh my god.
Oh, I love Dodgy.
Oh. Well,
Well,
luckily we also know I wasn't expected for a couple hours, so fuck it, let's get some food first.
problem with that is,
Hmm.
in a couple hours, they're expecting a maintenance crew.
Yes, and they'll still show up.
Did you ever think that since we were reissued those cylinders, that the ones that they have will now be invalid?
Maybe.
Well, let's see what info I got.
Yep.
All right. So you guys meet up with Tess.
At the cantina, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how'd it go?
Dodgy is a great distraction. I got the information on the prisoners. Or rather, hold on, let me rephrase. I got what we needed. And I'm pretty sure I left a bit of a surprise. So hopefully things will run smoothly.
Good?
Is Tess? Okay, there we go. I think that now we just have to wait, right?
We do,
I
although
mean,
we are going to review what
We're
we
scheduled for maintenance. We should probably go at least do that
Mm-hmm.
so that they don't get suspicious.
Yep. Yeah, that would be a wise thing.
Oh, we don't have a Zio right now.
Right, she's BRB.
She's almost back.
Okay.
Oh, how about the Super Bowl?
There
Huh?
were some real
What?
top tier owls. I heard they were
Mhm.
practically superb.
I'm confused. What did I miss?
We're waiting for Zio.
Yep.
Why were you waiting for me? I figured it was just gonna be Rasan figuring out shit.
No, we were also... Dodgy made a fairly good point that we should probably actually do the maintenance stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, I will point out that gives us a perfect opportunity to scout out that location before they get here.
Mm-hmm. Out of character, Kuru, you said they were from ComServe?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, well, Savar can do the maintenance. She's pretty good at this shit.
Mm-hmm. Emerson can totally pretend to be her apprentice because he's actually trained in mechanics as well.
Yeah. I mean, we can go take a look and figure out how long it would take to do this maintenance, because we do have a few hours still. So, yeah, Savar could do that and go in there and see what she can do.
All right.
Not sure fucking around with the shit that actually needs to be maintained is the best idea.
Hmm.
Because
Well, see, the problem...
Well, we don't know that the code cylinders for the actual maintenance team were deactivated when they activated yours. I've known from dealing with security guards in my time, sometimes they just don't think of that.
I mean, that
Sometimes
is very true.
I still have a security card for a place I haven't worked at in over a year, and it's still valid. So, but if you actually go in and do the maintenance, they're going to know that for sure, that somebody has been in here fucking around.
Okay.
True.
I do have one other consideration for you guys.
Maintenance
on what exactly?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we never
the
actually
maintenance thing.
said.
True.
You know, you tighten some
fuck it. We're in the
bolts,
cantina. Let's figure out what info Rasan got.
Mm-hmm.
get some blue tacos, drink some, well, maybe not drink alcohol. Get some blue tacos.
Blue milk.
Blue milk, blue tacos. Yeah.
Blue soda, fizzy drinks.
Blue float.
Ooh,
Okay.
Can we get some blue brownies for dessert?
Just be
Everything is
careful.
blue.
Just be careful. Some places those blue brownies are actually a little bit funky.
Noted.
You're not discouraging her.
Oh no, I was just warning her that they might be a little weird. And
Anyways, what information did you get?
Karu, what information did I get?
There are currently 5 people in the jail cells of this place.
Okay.
There is a Gelt Raunort. There is a Dravit Bnarg. There is a... God, don't you love Star Wars name? Isol Svak? A Snoll Breek? And a Hondo Onaka.
What?
Are
What?
you
Oh.
fucking kidding me?
You did it! You actually did it!
Rasana's going to pause incredulously as he looks at the last name. He didn't read it out loud yet. And he's going to
What?
look at
What is
Savor
it?
and be like, I'm not sure that this is the best idea anymore.
Why?
Important question. Does Dodgy know?
Oh, I didn't say it out loud yet.
No,
Yeah,
no, no. I'm
but-
just wondering,
but
would
Yeah.
Dodgy have run into them? Because we haven't
Give
getting
me-
fragments.
Give me a galactic lore
No.
check. Knowledge check.
Galactic lore. Oh, okay, this will be fine. I'm not trained to any of that.
Oh god, Pi is no longer listening.
Oh,
No, I mean-
well.
Well, you've definitely heard of him. He was pretty famous during the Clone Wars. So you may not have actually
Dodgy doesn't
seen it?
remember him, but is pretty sure that he would have.
Well,
Like I
met him.
said,
Well, who's the last
Rasan-
name?
he's deliberately not going to look at Tess.
it's Hondo.
Wait, what?
Tess is going to spit out her drink.
Wait,
What?
wait.
You've got it.
Hondo from the Clone Wars?
Hondo's a piece of fucking. But why? Why here? Are
I
you
mean, to be
kidding me?
fair, if we let him out, he'd owe us.
He does
Yeah,
always
the
pay
pro-
his debts.
No, he doesn't.
He does, but he
Mm.
just makes other debts.
Okay, here's the thing though. He knows us. If he gets caught, he will sell us out.
Oh, Pi is now in. Oh god, that's great.
Can we let out everybody but him?
That
I
would make it
kinda
more.
want to do
suspicious.
that.
That would make it more suspicious. Besides,
No, it really won't because I will point out everyone in the galaxy has been screwed over by Hondo. Most people would totally do this just to fuck with him.
Karu, what do we know about the other prisoners?
Yeah, do we recognize any of the other names?
2 of them are Gamorrean. There's a Deveronian and a Trandoshan. One of
Yeah.
them you really should remember, but I don't think Tess remembers.
I was wondering if that was the same Snow.
Oh no.
What?
I wasn't sure. You remember the
Okay.
one that I beat the shit out of?
The one that you hugged
Friendship.
and then. Mm.
before we continue down this track, I'd just like to say, Karu, you sick son of a bitch.
And also
I-
before we continue
no,
down this track,
look-
I'd like to say, Karu,
Ah,
I
Pies
love
in
you.
the chat.
Yeah, okay. I's been here the entire time under
Yeah,
the
but
term
now
just
she's on
listen.
roll 20.
Can I finish for a second?
Sorry.
Thank you. She even came in here and gave me audio advice. So when she stayed in here, I assumed she was just making sure the audio levels were comparable and figuring out what was wrong. You son of a bitch, playing the long fucking game.
Hey, I think turnabout is fair play. Mr. introduces David
Yep.
that first time.
Anyway,
Okay.
yes, so that's the same Snall.
Mm-hmm.
Son of a bitch.
So none of the other names we recognize? Specifically people who dealt with criminals in the past?
So you might recognize the Deveronian. He probably bought a couple of guns from you in the past.
Okay, but nothing memorable?
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
would Rasan recognize any of these as people of interest, so to speak?
No, though for some reason you think Dravid is your brother, but you know it's not.
Ugh. Why would I be related to an asshole who's named Dravit?
Anyways. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
we could
Well,
let them all out.
So we have to rescue Hondo. We have to rescue Snall. We have to rescue Dravit and say the same comment about anal sex 3 separate times in the encounter. And yeah, I guess we can rescue the other guy while we're at it.
Okay, do we really want to rescue Hondo?
I
You
mean,
can get Dagger back.
for as long as it takes for him to believe
Steal
that we are
Dagger
indebted
back.
to him.
Fuck
Regardless,
it,
To-
let's let them all out.
yeah, but we have to make sure that it's timed properly.
hmm The other thing is, we let them out doesn't mean they're gonna have weapons immediately.
Yeah,
Hey, yeah, we forgot that part.
I
Yeah.
mean, we could. Bad
mean-
ideas are just coming to the surface.
Kill stormtroopers, give stormtrooper weapons to, prisoners. We're gonna have to fight the stormtroopers on the way down anyway. Sorry, what's up, guys?
Dodgy kind of like gives a look. Aren't you guys basically a walking armory? I'm surprised that you don't have enough weapons.
Oh, we do. It's just getting
Oh,
them
yeah.
to
Wait,
them.
we?
All right, she does.
Yeah.
Yes,
But we
Lady
still have to get to
Lancelot
them.
is-
Oh, also, we should also keep in mind that there's probably an armory in the jail with their own weapons.
With the guards' weapons. I like the way you're thinking.
And the prisoners confiscated weapons.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
it's
just
not like-
letting you know right now, if I see any of my weapons there, I'm taking. Especially if
Yeah.
it was one Hondo stole.
yeah.
I
Okay.
still want that weapon back.
So let's go over the plan. The plan is once we see that that R4 unit go in and then leave, we find our way down into the prison, find our way back out, then turn the lights out as we ion shoot the little droid thing, take the information off of it, and then escape with our own ship. Is that about right?
Okay, do we want to wait until the droid goes into the area to get the information and leaves, or do we want to head down?
We want to wait until after it's gotten the information, because otherwise we don't have a way of knowing.
Of knowing.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not very
And
much
if-
of a distance between the two
and-
areas.
I mean,
So we cut the lights and take care of that first, and then find our way down and back. We're just firing upon what's an obvious Imperial target, trying to disable it. Easy enough.
I mean, we could always also activate, like, unlock the doors to the jail while we do that and see if the commotion. Never mind.
Wait till an alarm goes off, and then start looking like we're just panicking and like our droid's confused and bumps into the courier? That's actually a
Yeah.
good plan, Rasan. Thanks.
Welcome.
Because, I mean, let's be honest. If you're a criminal in a cell and suddenly all the doors are going to fucking bolt and try and find the closest weapon you can.
Or at least
And especially
Hondo
if you
will,
cut the
and
lights.
I think that's plenty of chaos. Even if the rest of them don't.
Hondo was beyond chaos.
Oh God. He
But
reminds me a
that
little
would
bit.
work. Because
Yeah,
if we
he
cut the lights at the same time, it'll look like basically everything lost power. The criminals are going to fucking book it.
Mm-hmm. So, one other thing, if we're going to cut the lights and open the doors to the jail cells, we should probably cut the lights and open all the doors. Not
Actually,
just to the
that's a
jail
good idea.
cells. Because
Open every single door in the
Because
station.
it'd look like there was just a full malfunction instead of.
Just not the airlocks.
Well, yeah,
no.
yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with that. but...
unless we wanted to no, because then
No.
the Imperials, that would be never mind. Fun as that
There's
might
still
be, it would also
civilians
be
here, that's
counterproductive. Yeah.
Not.
Oh, that's not the airlock I was talking about opening.
But we could open all internal doors at the
Mhm.
same time as the lights are killed.
Oh
Okay,
my
here's
God.
the question, Ruslan.
Hmm?
How long can you keep them from getting control back of the security system and turning everything back on?
Well, that depends on how good my worm is.
Okay, next question. Can you also cut the cameras at the same time? I mean, the power
the
goes,
worm.
the lights go out, the doors open, cameras go off?
The worm should be able to handle that since it's one of the basic functions. Karu?
It would probably take you a check to program that in through your worm
That's
because
fine.
there's
Do you want
two
me to?
types of doors, regular doors and security doors,
Mm-hmm.
and they do have separate protocols for a
Okay.
reason.
Yeah. So, do you want me to do that check?
Sure.
Okay.
But yeah, if all doors could open, the lights are killed, and cameras go off, that would work.
And I swear, if this goes to shit, I'm totally spending a destiny point. I don't care. It's important.
Oh shit.
It's important. Good.
He's good. 17
Alright.
and a 16.
Uh-huh.
All right. Yeah. It takes you a bit, but you guys got enough time. And you program a little thing that you can use to basically flip a switch and get all the doors to open. These are slidey doors, so you
And
basically
also,
just have all doors receding into their.
and
open
also the
positions.
cameras.
What do you want to do
Or
with
would that
the
be another
cameras?
separate check? We were going to
That
turn
would
them
be some-
off
You're gonna turn off the cameras.
to make it look like power was lost momentarily.
Okay. Yeah. Give me another check.
Okay. Again, if this goes wonky, destiny point.
We know.
because-
All right. You're pretty sure that you've got everything down.
Cool.
So now we have to wait.
Mm-hmm.
So you have like maybe 3 hours before the shuttle arrives.
Putzing around. Gonna order some
Food.
blue tacos.
You're
space
just gonna stay in the
tacos.
cantina.
I mean, not the entire time. Maybe wander around and just kind of like.
How long do we have? Do I have long
3
enough to get a
hours.
nice oil bath?
I mean, I will point out that body's been kept in storage for quite a while. It could use
I'm
an oil
well
bath.
aware. Raises a hand and there's just like a grinding noise.
You could probably get a 1 hour oil bath. Yeah.
I'm gonna do that then.
Is that how much does an oil bath cost?
I'm going to ask someone to pay for one of
I'll
those
pay
for
for
me.
it. I'll
Thank
pay
you.
for it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll put it at I'd say 100 credits.
Cool. Also, does that do anything to his reflex since he's more or less getting his joints?
I think,
oiled?
if anything, he no longer has a minus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty
it's probably
much.
a you're no longer exhausted kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So no one's keeping an eye out for the.
I
Okay.
mean, we
You're all staying in the
Yes,
cantina,
yes.
or
not the other time. Remember, I said that we weren't going to stay in there the entire time.
okay.
Putz around and make it look like we're waiting for our ship to be refueled.
Okay. Tess, give me a perception check.
Very side into your mic. Boy.
This is a busy station. There's a lot going on, and there's so many interesting people.
Yep.
There's even this like cocky-looking young man that comes in through with like a really, really hairy giant.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Everyone wave
Karu?
to the cameo.
Wait.
Karu,
Yes.
well, Sephora would stay in the cantina for at least a while. Would you
Mhm.
notice anything?
In the cantina?
Yeah.
No. But you do see like the pair come in and like they sit down at a sabacc table, and you're pretty sure you do not want to play them.
Karu, do I recognize them as people of interest?
Why would you?
There's no reason we would.
I mean, they look like, yeah, well, you know.
Well, looks like
They
a
look
hot
like-
No,
guy.
you don't have a reason to play Sabacc against Han Solo.
Do you really want to lose?
No, I don't wanna lose all of my money.
Chewbacca.
Yeah, the thing is, okay, here's the thing. You have a Wookiee at the table. Do you really want to play? Because if you lose money. If you win, you might get strangled to death.
Yeah,
I have a new strategy. Let the Wookiee win.
Yeah.
Everybody here at Drifters would like to remind you that Solo: A Star Wars story will be in theaters May 25th, 2018. Look
Also,
for it.
we are not sponsored because that would
Not
be
in any way.
not a paid advertisement.
I wish.
We're
Anyways,
just exuberant fans.
yeah, if you're in the cantina, you're not going to see much.
Fucking dork.
well, like I said, at some point or another, Rasan would probably putz around outside.
All right,
Just
give
make it look
me.
like he was a bored guy waiting for a
What
ship to
the
be
fuck?
revealed.
I'll be right back. One of my monitors just went kaput.
What? I hope that was just
Unfortunate.
her knocking it off. All right, perception check for Son.
Okay. Wow. That's
That's
not-
a really big Wookiee.
My computer just crashed.
Ah, shit. Okay.
Uh-oh.
She's restarting her computer.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, well. Shit.
The time. Well, you guys know the time that it's supposed to be happening.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that they wouldn't offshoot it a little bit.
No. Dodgy, on your way back from the lovely, lovely time you had, give me a perception check.
Perception. Coming right up.
I hope you do better than us. Yes, you did better than us.
All right. You see something that catches your eye as you're heading back to the cantina. You see a droid, bipedal, black, and there's two of them, and they're like walking away from the Imperial station. And then you notice that seem to be escorting a small droid.
We were supposed to be on the lookout for two elite droids, and they seem to be a bit early.
Yeah.
Do I have an inbuilt comm link? Not as a pit droid, do I?
You
Uh,
Sure,
have
we gave you
access-
something.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think they would have given you something.
Are they heading towards or away from the security room?
They have just exited the security room.
I'm gonna send a message that basically boils down to droid is leaving, they were early. Hit it.
And as soon as I get that message, I'm hitting it.
All right. So you hit it, and everything goes dark. Shit. Right?
Everything goes dark, all the doors go open.
All the
Oh,
doors
and
open,
the
and
alarms in
everything
the
goes
prison
dark.
area. And the security cameras turn off.
And, well, that's not too visible, but yeah.
Can I say that Dodgy was waiting for the opportunity to stumble into the droid that's being escorted?
Well, you
Because
saw
of-
it, so you were probably heading towards it at the very least.
Yeah, and then they hit the lights.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping for a surprise round with which to use my techno magic.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh wait, do we have to? We should probably put people on the map and stuff, huh? Okay, so if I was, where was the oil bath? I assume not in the cantina.
Not in the cantina. You would have been coming from the lift. So
So I'm over
here.
here.
Which luckily puts you pretty close to.
Guess I'm just gonna move forward and ready in action for if the droid comes near me to stumble into it and use my force thing. But I'm too slow to reach it with one move action.
Darn that pit droid body.
Yeah, basically. I hate being small.
It's a shame that you couldn't surge, but yeah.
I could have surged, but
And then you wouldn't have been able to use your other thing.
I mean, surge is a free action.
Oh.
It's more of the
Ooh, nice lighting.
don't want to make it immediately obvious.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Suddenly everything goes dark. All right. So you are walking towards that. They are stopping. Emergency lights go on, and we're gonna roll initiative. In the meantime, because I don't think it's a good idea for us to start a battle when we have half an hour left.
Uh-huh.
I want to know what Hondo is up to.
I would love to hear this.
Oh God.
Hondo, you
Yes.
are. Let me just. This map is going to be open because I just made it during the session. You are somewhere in here. Where is Hondo? So you're in your cell, being your usual self, kicking around, asking.
So innocent.
So innocent. And suddenly the lights go off and the doors open.
Do I know if there are any weapons, like when guards have gone by?
You know the guards have weapons. You know that they took your weapons and put them in storage in a room to the north.
Okay.
So basically,
I'm
they
running out.
have like probably one of these rooms.
Okay.
They just put it in there, and
What the heck is my speed?
you probably also know by now that there are something like 3 guards and 4 other prisoners with you.
How many of them don't like me?
That depends. How snarky have you been while in there?
How long have I been in here?
Not long. Maybe a day.
Well, then only
Long
maybe
enough.
like most of them will hate me instead of all of them. Hang on, I'll roll a d4. Okay, prisoners, how many of you hate me? Nope, I pissed them all off. I think we played the game.
All right, so they all hate you, and now all their doors are open too.
Yep, I'm definitely running.
All right. How about you roll an initiative check just to see how fast you run?
Oh, gee, thanks. Oh, God. Why?
Bad news for you.
I know.
All right. So yeah, you were like
Clearly.
laying back, probably singing to yourself, and thus annoying your friends even more.
If they don't appreciate my lovely melodies, that's on them.
And you rush out and you see two of them have like moved out, and they kind of like look at you, look at the door, look at you, and then they rush towards you.
Oh boy.
I'm just gonna say that is
Oh,
impressive. They are going
man.
for attacking you before freedom.
Or
That's
weapons.
impressive. Yeah, that's impressive.
What are you doing?
Rereading all the things I can do to get away. Sorry, I have not looked at this since the last time I was an NPC.
At least we don't have to
Does
worry
this
about
count as a
leveling.
surprise round?
Because
Because
sure.
technically, I do have bad feeling, which means I can always take a move action during a surprise round, even if I'm surprised.
Okay, so you're gonna move.
Yes.
All right, so you move ahead of them. One
tall
tries
is
to take a
this
swing.
guy?
Well, you know that this corridor here would lead out too.
Okay. Hey, those are open
Um,
too.
Yeah, all the doors are open. So yeah, you could like go like this way because this
Yeah,
is
one,
one of the entrance.
four.
Like they probably led you in through here.
6. A speed of 6 actually gets me there.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
You pass by this guy who will try to punch you.
Oh yeah. My beautiful face.
Your beautiful face. Wow. Does a 24 hit you?
Okay. Actually,
Yes, it
Actually.
does.
does it?
Yeah.
What's his reflex?
24.
22. 24.
Flat
That is, why is the flat foot showing up?
I don't
Uh,
know.
Yeah, but 24 will hit you.
Barely.
Ow.
So you take 5 damage as he punches you, and then you run
Ow.
past.
Fair enough. I mean, fair enough, buddy. I'm still running though.
Do you just call back? It's like, are we even now?
Do it.
Nice shot, losers.
You do have you could double move, since you're not attacking.
Sorry, I was seeing if I had any BS I could also throw at them. Oh, I should have done that before. Oh well. Too late.
What?
Once a day you can re-roll a skill check and take the better
Oh.
one. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Does this thing have any weapons?
The weapons were taken into this room.
I'm sorry, where? Okay. Haha. Colors.
The one with the,
with the colors.
with the crate. All right. You go inside, and there are 2 security guards there. Which we're just going to use stormtroopers for because, why not? And they basically have grabbed their weapons and are getting up, kind of confused at the, lack of light and the doors opening on their own. See you, but they're not going yet. Let's see. These 2 are going to move.
Can you not?
Well, they had to double move too, so they can't really
I
do
know.
anything.
I know.
And they want to get the fuck out of here too. Wow. Well, at least you're not the only one they can fire at now. Yeah, do you try telling them about the, we have other problems besides me right now?
Do you like what I did with the place? I opened all of them.
But how? All right, we're gonna have some blaster fire. That's not gonna hit you. That is gonna hit you.
At least it was the one that did 9 damage, does 17.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, is that against reflex?
Yes, against reflex.
Okay.
There is no AC here. It is all reflex. And it is your turn again.
That's actually a really good question, Zio.
That is true. Probably not.
On the other hand, the guards have exactly zero concern about hitting the other. prisoners.
Exactly. Yeah, they don't care if they hit
They're not
Hondo or the
on
other
their
guy.
If they've got stormtrooper accuracy, they're like, yeah, good enough, hit somebody. Maybe.
I mean, I rolled a 24 on a stormtrooper. That's pretty good.
Actually, that's a crit.
Carter, that's a crit.
What?
That was a nat
As
20.
much as I hate to say it, that's a
That
crit.
was a 20. Why didn't you show up,
because
It doesn't, I don't know.
because they're programmed as
Oh.
30, so they can never crit.
Wait, they can't crit?
No,
that what
it's
the
just that the
CS is?
critical info because the range.
Oh.
This was one of the first things I programmed.
So do
So
I
that
take
was a
9
critical
or butt
hit.
load?
Oh god.
They have to crit
Yeah.
to hit you.
They have to crit to hit you, yes. That is
That's
a great
pathetic.
point.
Oh,
Wait, what does
wow.
crits do? Double damage?
Double
Double
dice.
damage.
Double dice,
No,
right?
Double damage, isn't it?
Double damage?
No, double dice.
I think double dice does more damage.
Double dice is what it does, not double damage.
No, it's a multiplier. It's just times 2. So you would have taken 18 damage. So 9 more. He was already leveled
10-ish.
lots.
No, she asked me in the middle of session if I wanted to do this, so
Yeah, so
I have
Yeah.
not
He
in
hasn't
fact
been
done
leveled up.
anything.
He doesn't really need leveling up. He's still higher than you guys.
Hmm.
Besides, what does Hondo do besides con people?
That should give him
Con
plenty of
more other
experience,
people.
though.
Con more other people. All right, Hondo. It is your turn.
Do I see any weapons that are...
You see a crate that says weapons on it.
Well, then we're gonna hope it's not empty. Hey, I'm still in
Alright.
the square. He can't punch me yet.
That is true. All right, you find your weapons actually
How
inside,
convenient.
right?
Almost like those
amazing.
are programmed.
You have a heavy blaster and a holdout blaster. You also find a couple of like grenades in there, and you're like, "Huh, what are these doing in here?"
Well,
How
Find
much
these
do
for him
those
later.
do?
These are 46. They're frag grenades.
good, they're not thermal deaths. That would have made me worried.
I said I was sorry about that.
That was a power pack, though. It wasn't even a thermal death.
But I crit failed it.
All right, you've got 2 thermal debts and your weapons.
Oh god.
Thermal debts are a 2x2 square, by the way.
Frag grenades. He has 2 frag grenades.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
please, no,
frag
not
grenades,
thermal
not
debts.
thermal debts. Stop.
Not thermal deaths.
Oh come on, you're no fun.
Those could kill you if you drop them.
You know.
86? Yeah,
Yep,
probably.
86 for thermal. Yep.
It's
Why?
46 for frag, I believe.
No, it's 3d6. Yes, 46.
It's
Yes,
46 for frag, 86 for thermal deaths.
Right, but these aren't thermal.
Yeah, they're frag grenades. They do slashing damage.
I totally want to shoot this guy in the face. Sorry.
All right.
This one.
Which one?
The one that punched me in the head.
Okay.
Which one of you does more damage? You! The heavy blaster does more damage.
Yeah, that's why it's called a heavy blaster.
Yeah, well. Let's see here. Point blank range.
Gives you a +1 if you're in point blank.
What kind of action is aiming?
It's a you can't aim only. Wait, do you have the aiming skills? It's too swift, so I don't think you have that right now because you had
Okay.
to go in there, grab your weapons.
Okay. This will go great. Yeah,
Also, unless you have feats for it, the only thing that aiming does is deny them cover. Misses. He just manages to like jerk to the side and you hit the wall.
Clearly, because the stormtroopers have touched it.
You totally meant to do that as a warning shot.
Because he didn't hit me
Just-
very hard in the head.
Yep. Just don't do that again and we're square.
Are you saying anything after you miss this guy?
Sorry. Alright, that was the friendly one. Next one. We'll aim for somewhere southern. Now, how do I get out of here? This way?
Through the main doors, the big doors.
Well, he doesn't have a weapon yet, and I still have 4 movement.
Uh-huh. All right, so next, they basically all do the same thing you did, but instead of shooting each other, they shoot the guards.
Perfect.
And then they rush out. They are a bit behind, so I have a very important question for you. There is only one lift. Do you wait for the other 4, or do you take the lift on your own?
Oh my god. Make more targets to shoot at.
Good
Do I
point.
know what's at the top? Like, if there are guards at the lift?
Yeah,
at the top?
you knew that there are guards on each level. There's 2 levels. The hangars are on the top level. Unfortunately, that is also where the security post is.
Then I'm totally waiting for them because I need meat shields.
All right, so you hold the lift for them and just go like, come on.
It's like stick the arm out, like.
All right. That will get them into the lift with you without actually shooting you. And you all ride the lift up.
I'm sure that's not an awkward elevator ride. Sorry.
Oh
lift
no,
ride
not at all. Everyone's not even looking at you. They're just prepping all their guns.
Awkward elevator music.
And everyone's preparing their guns.
This went a lot better than I thought it would.
Yeah. Oh wait, the lift doesn't work. Well,
We
emergency.
didn't disable the lift.
We didn't disable the lift, we just
That is
disabled
true. You just turned off the lights.
and the cameras and opened the doors.
All right. So Hondo makes it up. Probably something, what was that? Like 3 rounds that it took you from the cell to get to there to get to
Sounds
the
about
lift.
right.
Yeah, about 3. So
3 or
we'll
4.
know for next session that Hondo shows up on round 4 of the fight.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys. That's it for tonight.
Yay!
All right.
I'm so excited and
guys.
happy. Bye.
Bye.